We're live, we're live, we're live. Yes, people, what's everyone saying, man? Welcome to another stream on the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Listen, make sure you keep drinking water in it, yeah? There's too many people that are not drinking water, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's very essential, man. You have to stay hydrated, yeah? Bro, why are you laughing? It's actually a bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I was one of these on the table, yeah.
I've drank like 6 liters today, innit, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I'm all over the place. So, yeah, man. Listen, I'm joined here by TK, Darren, Yasser. Big up my people, bro. Innit? How are you all doing? First of all, how are you all doing?
Chilling, bro.
Chilling, yeah.
In life, I'm good. You get me? Football club, no comment, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Bro. Bro, all the rivals can feel how we have to wait for ages until we see United play in it. You know what? Yeah, I actually want to recap the City and Arsenal game, and I want to start off with TK in it because like obviously everyone knows in it like a troll here and there. Yeah, but I actually want to know. Yeah, because here's my take in it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually think Arsenal losing to Man City in a final is not going to affect their league form. However, it's a great bonus to have if you win a Prem, you win the Carabao, and you're still in other competitions. I'm not saying you're going to do all of it. It's impossible. You're not going to. I don't think they're winning more than. They might potentially just. I'd say they're going to win the Prem. I don't see them winning anything else. But having that Carabao, is such a. It's a statement, I think. I think it's a statement, bro, especially against Man City, a team that we've beaten in an FA Cup final. Palace beat them in the final. So it's not like their record previously has been amazing. And I'm pretty sure it was at Wembley. Your record against... so your record isn't too bad. And I was watching the game in the first half and I'm like, okay, Man City aren't really doing anything. I'm questioning how they even reached in the final. And then you had that, bro, that chance here that Kai Havertz had, that was decisive, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's just classic. That's classic, though. He did that at Chelsea as well, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can't lie. Watching that final was so funny as a Chelsea fan. You know, you had 2 ex-players. You know what's mad? You had 2 ex-players playing exactly how they played for my team, bro.
Wallah.
Do you know what I mean? You couldn't write it.
Yeah, bro. That's my thoughts exactly, bro. I said literally the 2 Chelsea guys cost us, and they did exactly what they did at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Kepa fumbling and Havertz missing chances. Yeah?
Sorry, bro, but you see, what's the guy's name? Havertz, we already know he can only really play one position, and that's false 9. And then if that on his good day, yes, he might do something, but most of the time, you know what you're getting from him, innit?
Yeah, bro.
And I think you lot, not necessarily the fans, but the manager kind of realized quickly he can't play the Xhaka role. You get me? Because that's really who we bought him to play.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, he'll do it. And then it ended up being, let's push him further forward. You get me? But I think he was whatever. Kepa, it was one of those. He was cheap. He came from Bournemouth, whatever. But my argument, like in the beginning of the season, was what happens if something happens to Raya? Can you rely on Kepa? Because as much as he's experienced and that, obviously it hasn't happened, then like you didn't have to go through Kepa for X amount of weeks, which is obviously unfortunate. But nah, this is why, innit? You see, like the biggest, we have this thing called Wembley Kepa. Yeah, he's the one that didn't want to come off for Sarri. Then he skied the penalty, and I think there was one final he jumped the wrong way for every single penalty. He has this record, then. So sometimes I've always said it, bro. A bozo player will always be a bozo player. Like, it will never leave him. Do you know what I mean? Like, even let's say Gabriel, 99% of the season, he's very good, but he'll still have moments from the old Gabriel. Do you know what I'm saying? Where you think, ooh, but like it never leaves, bro. We have the same thing with Sanchez, bro. Oh, look, he has a great season, forget about it, and then you play Arsenal and he does whatever he does. Do you know what I'm saying? Or last week or 2 weeks ago, he does it. Like, it never leaves, bro.
I hear you, bro. The thing is, bro, you know, this is the first time I've talked about the game, by the way. I did not go on stream ever since that cup final.
Yeah, listen, you must today. Because I thought, you know what it is? I thought he was tired of being asked the question. Because remember, you know, usually you go through a loss, the whole week you get asked the same questions.
Which I did, by the way. Even if it's off stream, I did the whole time, in fact. Bro, I call this trophy the. Obviously, we need a trophy because these players need to know how it is to get it over the line. Bro. You know what I'm saying? You do not
Mhm.
become winners overnight. It doesn't work like that, bro. Even Pep, when he just joined City, he won a few Carabao Cups. You know what I'm saying? It works like that, bro. You cannot frown upon trophies if you haven't won
100%.
anything in the last 6 years. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah.
I feel. But for me, this was the perfect appetizer because now you've won, you're gassed, you know how it is to get it over the line. So when you play future finals, like the FA Cup final, for example, or the Champions League final, if it's the most perfect season ever, now you know how it is to get it over the line in a final. Even though the level is not as nowhere near as a Champions League, don't get me wrong, but you know the feeling of winning at least. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a little bit. So
Yeah.
for me, I think Arteta just
Shock.
outside of his tactics, because his tactics are terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I do not f with this sit back long ball tactics that he does. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Well, it's
Yeah,
boring
yeah.
to watch,
I
but
know,
it's
I
not
know, because
effective, bro.
I know, because I was corrupt on it. It's the same thing. You know what it is though, TK, and you will say this. Obviously, the things that you guys have, and I'm talking about the people that have a normal brain. Do you get me? I'm talking about the
Mm,
normal brain people. Yeah, this performance doesn't really surprise you, lot. Same way it
no.
hasn't surprised me. This is one of those you would have got it. Like you knew one day it was gonna happen. If someone took the opportunities when you were sitting back, you know you're gonna
Mm,
concede goals, isn't it? It's just that
no.
in some games you managed to get away with it here or there, whatever, which is fine. And you're also lucky that it didn't happen in the league. And it's on what
Mm,
you know what it is. I had the same thing with my team in terms of when we were in the Conference League final, and
mm,
I knew that it wasn't the best final or it wasn't the Champions League or the World Cup final. That's not how I was looking at it. But I was looking at it. All these young players can get a taste of winning,
mm,
and I know. Like gambling's haram, but it's almost like the first time you gamble and you win, you
Yeah.
chase that feeling to gamble again. I'm not saying
mm,
we do this. This is why it's haram, but I'm
That's an
saying
addiction.
when you go to win, if you win, the players now have a feeling have a taste of winning. Now they want to do it again. It kind of
mm,
brings in a bit more hunger, and I think that's what you were talking about in terms of you
exactly.
win the Carabao Cup, they're all happy and they want to chase. You know what? Let's do this again so that we can celebrate together again.
Yeah.
And also, if you combine all the years of them not having gotten to get it over the line, especially players like Saka or Rice, who's been here recently, Martinelli,
Mm,
who had to go through the whole mental stuff of not making it every year. This is like a nice way of just saying, okay, you know what, we're on the right path. Because a lot
mm,
of the times they may have done a lot of things that have looked good in the season, but it didn't get them anywhere at the end. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you
I
don't need
know.
to keep feeling
Yeah.
like it hurt, that it's mentally like tiring. And I think this is what I thought. And beating the person who's also going fighting for the title, it
Mm,
might give you like an advantage in the next game when you play them because they feel like
yeah.
maybe this season we can't beat them. I'm not saying
Mm,
City's like that, but you see how everyone's looking at City now. Hey, City, you're giving them CPR again.
mhm.
How is your team gonna respond when you do have to play them in the pressure moment again? Because City might feel like, you know what, we can beat them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
There's a lot of
And
different factors in it. Like it's not just winning the trophy, because obviously that's one of the main ones, obviously. But
mm.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
to
know.
be fair, I was losing anyway because we in the at the Quota Pod we did a like how would you think the whole season would go, and
Yes.
I said we would lose to City 2-1 if we play like this. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we lost the final is not because City were this absolutely amazing team that were unplayable. Is because we were sitting back and going long. We can blame Kepa all we want. We can blame Havertz all we want. At the end of the day, that's not winning football, especially not in a final. This is not a two-legged game. You have a one chance, and you need to grab that chance, bro. And what we did, we played like we scored that Havertz chance. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
we played like we were 1-0 ahead, and we're just sitting back and inviting pressure. But bro, the thing is, this is not foreign for this manager. At the end of the day, he did the same thing against Wolves. He did the same thing against Nottingham Forest and all of those teams. You know what I'm saying? That we drop points to. At the end of the day, for me, it's the manager being flustered, being emotional, being sympathetic, and giving players game time that don't deserve it, in my opinion. You do not
Like who?
owe Kepa, for example. You do not
Okay.
owe Kepa anything. You owe the fans a trophy at the end of the day. A lot of fans have been saying this. You owe us a trophy. You owe us winning silverware. You do not owe Kepa playing time, bro. Who is Kepa, bro? You know what I'm saying? I would sell him in the summer if I could. You know what I'm saying? Who the F is Kepa? Why would we ponder to Kepa at the end of the day? For me, it was just a stupid choice by him. But like I said, I can blame Kepa all I want, but he didn't pick himself. He didn't buy himself. At the end of the day, that was one individual that I can point to and say, bro, you made some wrong choices, and now you need to rectify this. Because if we play like this in the coming games in the league, then the City game at the Etihad will be much more stressful than it needs to be. Because this league had to be done ages ago. We should have killed off this league ages ago, but we drop points every time we could have gotten
You know
away.
what's funny about that though?
And it's because of this.
Me and
Wallah, it's
Ahmed,
because of this.
me and Ahmed, Ahmed knows I've said this before on Ahwa, and I get told you have to drop points somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like winning all these games or being ahead at this point is unprecedented points, whatever term I want to call it. But I think, you know what it is? I think that you can blame Kepa for that mistake, of course.
Yeah.
But you don't blame him on the game because that's just that one goal. What did you do after? It's like you blame him for that, whatever he's done, but then you're looking at all the other players to say he made the mistake at this point. Some people would even say he could have got a red card for the Doku thing. You know what I mean? It's very whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it turned out to be a bad thing. You probably wish he got a red there. You know what I'm saying? That means because that was before the mistake.
Well, my thing is, he was Arsenal's Carabao Cup goalkeeper, wasn't he, throughout the whole tournament?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, but
And
this is the point, though. This is the point. He went. I remember when he went to Real Madrid on loan. I think he was from Chelsea, and then they just benched him for Lunin. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be a backup. I think Courtois had an injury or something. He played one game here and there. He messed up. They just put Lunin on there. He ended up getting the Champions League medal anyway. Like he could have got the Carabao Cup medal anyway. Like you know what I mean? And I think it is weird, bro. Like I don't know.
He's too timid. He's too timid as a goalkeeper because I'm used to watching Raya, who's a very calm, composed goalkeeper who knows how to play from the back. And now you switch to Kepa, who's a very stressful keeper, does not make the right choices in tight situations. Like he did, bro. That mistake, like you said, that should have been a red card, bro. I said that Arteta should have subbed him after that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot make those kinds of stressful mistakes in a final. It's for me, it's impossible.
Because he made the substitution with Hincapie because he saw Hincapie having trouble against Semenyo. So he then brought in Calafiori to try. Was it Calafiori? Yeah, it was Calafiori, right? Yeah. So
the thing is, like TKA though, is Calafiori fully fit, or did you just throw him on? Yeah. Because he was scared that Hincapie gets a yellow.
He just came back from injury, and this was his first game back, basically. So, yeah.
Hey, boys, what happened to Miles Lewis Skelly?
Miles, you know what, TK?
That's United. That's what's happening.
Because last season, the guys were saying, bro, like he's best left back around. I was hearing best left back in the league. This season, the guy's not getting a sniff, bro. And TKA, I want to ask you this. Do you not feel like the Miles Lewis Skelly situation reminds you of Maitland-Niles in a bit where these men, born and bred centre midfielders, but forced to play fullback? But you know, with Maitland-Niles come out in interview saying, I'm not a right back, I want to play centre mid, basically all the time. Do you feel like with Miles, it could go the same way? Or do you reckon like he will accept playing left back? Where do you see Miles' future at? Because if he can't get in that left back, he ain't getting in that midfield. What is the future for him?
The thing is, I think the whole Lewis Skelly situation happened because of Hincapie. I think Hincapie's performance has shocked a lot of these guys because they were expecting him to be a kind of rotation piece with Lewis Skelly and Lewis Skelly playing the cup games, for example. But Hincapie ended up being our starting left back. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to bench your starter, who was Calafiori. So now Lewis Skelly becomes your third choice. You know what I'm saying?
So was Hincapie brought in to play left back though, or was he be backup for Gabriel?
He was supposed to be like a new Ben White for us, but for the left side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, versatile.
Why does he not just go out and buy a fullback then? Why is he still persistent with the centre backs at fullback thing? Just go out and buy a specialist.
Hey, you tell me, bro. He's also playing a 6 at 8, so I don't know. You tell me. Wallah.
You know what it is though. Okay. I think if you forget the Lewis Skelly thing, bro, I think the Ethan thing is worse.
It's the
Because
same.
remember, Ethan,
It's the same.
Ethan, yeah, but Lewis Kelly, you can say he had a good season and maybe whatever. I think he done both of them dirty by giving them, because remember they kept him. He played them to get them the contract, and now they're not necessarily stuck. But Ethan could have gone anywhere he wanted for free transfer. He decided to get the contract, and obviously everyone wants to get their first professional contract. So like that's I get that, but Ethan was not like Ethan or even what's his name, Skelly weren't in a position where no one would have signed them. You know, it wasn't that desperate. But at the same time, Ethan could have started in your team right now, especially when that period Odegaard was either not playing well or was injured.
But he sees him
He
as
was
a
the
right
guy
He
you
could have played
could
in the
play.
final. He could have played in the final.
Yeah, but he sees Ethan as a right winger, bro. When Ethan's a 10. Just
Ethan's
like
a
Max.
10. Ethan's
Just
a
like
10.
Max.
And they have 10
It's
problems.
the other way
though. That's
around.
the thing.
Last season he was a right winger. This season he doesn't play him at right wing at all because we have Madueke. And now he only wants to play Ethan at the
He
midfield.
pulled out in the 1 year against that City game, against Man City, wasn't it? It was Man City
Yeah, when
where
he put that absolute whippage in the 5-1 last
You
season.
know what's mad? You know what's mad
That
with
was
me?
last
Yeah,
year. Like I said, that was last
it was
year.
last year. You know what it is with the Skelly situation? I'm not gonna lie, innit? I think he's a good player, man. I like him, innit? I think the way he receives the ball, he's a good ball carrier. Like he wins you fouls. He's got some physicality about him. Listen,
Because you're linked with him, yeah.
Bro, listen, bro.
Where do you like him? Yeah, but
Because you're linked with him.
I think he can play that left 8, you know.
He could, but that's what we've been screaming for. But he doesn't play him there. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
the thing is, guys, before you guys go, yeah, I need to say this as well because this is the same situation like what we did with Saliba. When Saliba was 18 years old, 19 years old, we didn't play him while he was one of the most talented defenders that we had at that time. We had Mustafi, we had Koscielny, we had some trash players, bro. We had even David Luiz and Pablo Mari at some point, while we had Saliba in this squad, loaning him out to Marseille and all of those guys. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
gaslight you by saying for development purposes is why you loaned him out.
I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, I thought he shouldn't have been sent to Marseille, but it did improve him, and he became our starting defender. And I do believe that he wants Ethan and Mazdu Skelly to have the same type of road to the first team. You know what I'm saying?
So
obviously, he played them, but don't get me wrong. A lot of times, Ethan was very raw. It wasn't very consistent what he did. It was amazing, but it wasn't consistent. And Skelly made a lot of mistakes. He got red cards. He got caught lacking, you know what I'm saying, to the point that they got counterattacks and scored. You know
I remember that.
These players were not flawless because they're very young and inexperienced. And I think Arteta does not want young and inexperienced in this team. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
But can I ask you this then? You're talking about Miles and Ethan. Yeah. Where did you guys see Miles and Ethan? What do you see them as? Do you see them as wingers? Or do you see them playing in their natural positions, like Ethan in the left 8, like what you said?
I mean, for me is as a role and not as talent. I see Ethan as like Palmer, right wing and 10. And I see Skelly as a Trent, which is midfield or fullback. You know what I'm
saying? I only see Skelly in midfield. I think fullback.
He's more of an 8, isn't he?
He can't do it. I think he could do a double.
He was an 8 and a holder in there in the youth days. Because him and I think, am I right in saying that him and Miles, Miles and not Saliba, what's his name? Ethan, they're the same age group, isn't it?
Yeah, 18.
So they were balling out together in the youth team, bro. So that when you're playing with your boy as well, bro, yeah, he was on a bad thing. But you could argue, would you trust an 18-year-old playing centre mid? Like, he's not a Fabregas talent, is he?
Exactly. And that's the thing. And I don't think he wants that. That's why he rather benches them or loans them out to get experience and to get to find their way into the first team like Saliba did. Because Saliba became a first teamer when he was like 22 or something, bro.
So
you know
but I think in certain games where you're ahead, you can play some of these players though.
Of course.
Because I've seen something where Skelly got like all 0 minutes, bro, and then just 1 minute here, 3 minutes there. And I'm thinking, but there's some games where you're not necessarily only 1-0 up. Do you know what I'm saying? You've killed the game off where maybe you can bring them on and rest the Calafiori. You know what I'm saying? And this is also goes to that resting the other players and also giving other players like a good rotation, innit? But Yeah, I'm like some of the decisions kind of don't make sense, but then
like I said, it goes back to the tactics because, like I said, he likes to go long, he likes to sit back, and the best type of player that you can play up front is the Havertzes, the Jokereses, like the wrestlers, the headers. You know what I'm saying? And at the back, you rather have someone like Calafiori or Hincapié who can head the ball or just defend better than Skelly can. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. If we had Enrique in this as a manager, trust me, Skelly would be playing a lot more.
Absolutely. Absolutely, he would.
Can I ask you this then? I wanted to say about regarding like Miles Lewis Skelly then, yeah. Do you guys feel like this is just a typical young player thing then? Like he had a good first season last year, but I'm playing devil's advocate here. Do you reckon the reason why Arteta's not playing as much because he wants to bring him back down to earth, thinking because let's be real, he only got thrown in because Calafiori got injured. Who was your starting left back last season? Calafiori. There was another one as well, wasn't there?
Zinchenko or something.
Yeah,
Zinchenko, but he didn't play at all almost.
Yeah, Calafiori. So Calafiori, Zinchenko, and Curatini at one point they were all out, so he had to play Miles there in it. And Miles played so well that he got an England call up and that. Do you feel like now the second season now? Do you feel like it's just a typical young player thing? He played so much in his first season because he had to, and now this year is now he's doing the proper development thing, or do you just think this is Arteta just being?
I mean, for me, like I said, I think this guy just doesn't play young players like starters. You know what I'm saying? He likes to hype them up like he did Max Dalman, for example. And like you said, he was kind of forced to play Skelly as well. But then he saw Skelly making those mistakes defensively, getting red cards.
But he's not a left back.
But exactly. But you know how he does. He does the pep thing like he did with Fabian Delph when he played Fabian Delph left back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Basically, he's doing the same thing with Skelly because he thinks he has the same winning.
I do that Cancelo role, innit? He's trying to do that Cancelo role, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you know, going back to
the thing is, because he saw his defensive abilities and getting those red cards and conceding goals in counterattacks, he thought, I cannot play him because I cannot trust him like that. You know
but okay, TT,
that's the problem.
You know, the other day against Real Madrid, O'Reilly made those mistakes that Skelly kind of makes as well, yeah, where sometimes you get beaten.
Yeah.
And the only difference is that the Pep kind of still gave him that, still kind of let him play, innit? He didn't punish him for making those mistakes, even though that could potentially, of course, I think it's two mistakes. One where Valverde went around him, the other one he was just the header. But a lot of the times, especially when you're that young, you could be punished for making
but
those
also
kind of
another
mistakes.
thing, you better forget it, bro. These men are not natural left backs, bro. If you go watch their clips, O'Reilly, Lewis Hall,
they're both midfielders.
Yeah, they're all midfielders.
These men are not fullbacks. They didn't grow up playing fullbacks. These men are midfielders, yeah. So you're asking, if you want them to be flawless, I think you're asking a lot for teenagers to be flawless or young players in general. Bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
that's
the system thing, though.
People do make those mistakes.
Perfection.
Say again?
I said that's the system thing, though, because you know how Arteta is with systems. He wants full control and, you know what I'm saying, not concede as many chances. You need perfection in these systems.
But you know what? Just to speak on it real quick here, like even how can I explain this here? Like even with the Arsenal, we will talk about the schedule and other things here. But even when watching about the Arsenal and Man City game, bro, like the second half, my goodness, that was just a one-sided game, wasn't it? Like in terms of,
you guys even show up,
bro. Like it's because
did they come back for the second half?
They didn't even turn up. I don't know what he said in the dressing room, but there's three players that stood out for me in the Man City game, and that is Ryan Cherky, is just a different level. But I wanted this guy at United, but this guy makes football look so easy. And bearing in mind, guys, he didn't score, he didn't assist, but he played a part in that goal where Kepa made that mistake where the cross came in. Right, he played a part in that goal.
Is his cross in it?
No, Cherky didn't. Sorry, Cherky did cross it in. Yeah, it was Cherky. It was Cherky. He crossed it in with his right foot, and then O'Reilly headed it in. Cherky was, and he was making Calafiori do the crab dance.
Was that not Thingy? Was that not Nunes?
No, that was Cherky.
It was Cherky. Nunes gave it to Cherky when Cherky ran behind him, and then Cherky whipped it in with his right foot, and then O'Reilly just goes in.
But you know what's mad though, Ahmed? Yeah, everyone that even criticizes us, we're all screaming Cherky the other day, whether he got GA or not. Remember?
Oh yeah. No, 100%, bro. Even a guy like Bernardo Silva, He was just, players like Bernardo and Cherky, bro. Like, not only are they good technically, but they've got good IQ as well. They know when to keep the ball, they know when to release it, and they don't really force it, bro. That's why for me, when I watch certain players that try to force things too much when it's unnecessary, when you're literally gaining momentum against a team that is weaker, you're smelling blood, you're smelling the opportunities. It's mad to me, bro. Haaland didn't exist in that game, bro. 9 finals or 8 finals, he's bagged none. He's bagged 0 goals. He's bagged no goals, bro. This Haaland guy, I've said it for the longest. Amazing goal scorer, but he's not a big game player. He's not. He's never. He isn't. Both strikers for that club had a horror in my opinion, innit? They didn't really offer anything.
Difference is one got service, the other one didn't. Again,
Yeah.
but why are they gonna blame Gyökeres, Havertz? Why don't you blame your own Marcus Rashford, bro? Because I made a video saying, same story. It's the same story, bro. Same academy player comes through the ranks, signs a big boy contract after showing signs that he might be going backwards. Yeah, and now look at him. But again. 300k a week.
To be fair, he was going backwards after the injury.
Yeah, but bro, this is what I'm saying. You guys committed to him on 300k a week, despite the fact that the signs are there that he might be going backwards. And you can say,
you know why though? Do you know why? Because
he's a 25-year-old
if
star boy,
Arteta leaves, he's like the general of the project. Do you get me? He's like the man running the project.
Yeah, but bro,
you see, Saka, wait, Saka is the star of the project. If he leaves, it's like Palmer or someone from our team leaving. Because remember, he was one of the Dunnies that came through from the beginning in that project, that when they started going to win league titles and all that. Do you get it? The whole rebuild thing. So if Saka had left and he's watched, they ain't won anything, that kind of signals this project's failed. You can't get what I'm saying, because everyone's gonna look at it kind of like it's ending over there. Like their era's kind of the Saka, Odegaard era things ended right here. Do you know what I'm saying? So they kind of have to keep it going in it and see maybe one more year. Obviously, he's also like a tail end boy, and that they're gonna try to do that.
The thing is, but it's an overused argument, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I still believe it's the case. He's just been overused to the point that this guy has no legs at this moment in time. This guy needs a few months off, not a few weeks off and then start straight away. This guy needs a few months off, in my opinion, because after that injury, Arteta still uses him like he always did, which is track back, defend with your life, and then attack and score me a goal, or attack and get me an assist, and also do set pieces, also do penalties. Saka literally did everything for this team, and now we're seeing the repercussions of that. This guy tore his hamstring, grade 3, bro. That thing was hanging on. It was hanging on the bone, literally, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then he came back and he started against Real Madrid straight away. Yalla, play against Real Madrid. He played good. Don't get me wrong. He was one of the better players that we had against Real Madrid. But bro, this guy gets no rest. This guy needs rest.
It's grade 3, the worst one.
Madueke for 50 million. We bought Madueke for 50 million, but still not giving this guy proper rotation.
You literally have to reattach the hamstring to your bone, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
Like the scar on his legs. You don't see the scar of his legs like this big, bro.
Yeah, bro.
The back of his leg. It's crazy, bro. We've seen it. I think Reece James had it. KDB had it.
Am I right in saying as well, when Arsenal went like mid-season tour last season, they went on like Dubai or something during the season. So they took Saka out there, rehabilitation, and if you saw the picture of the scar of his leg, it looked nasty.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Because it was. And the thing is, like I said, you cannot get a winger for 50 million and still not rotate Saka. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. Yes,
man's playing against Port Vale and that.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I'm sorry, TK. What's your club's obsession with buying from Chelsea, bro? I'm not taking wallahi no agenda. Yeah, even when he was at Chelsea, I was questioning how has he gotten 2 clubs at Chelsea and Arsenal. I refuse to believe it, bro. This guy is a bottom tier winger, bro. I put him in
I
the
know
same.
why we bought him. We bought him to flip him, and we
You bought him from PSV, didn't you, in the Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right?
he was the one that did it.
he was
Hey,
playing with.
Ahmed.
I
He
think
was
he
the
was
one
playing
that
for
did
Van
it.
Nistelrooy. I think he was playing
Yeah,
for Van
he did.
Nistelrooy with
He
Yeah,
did.
he did.
what's it
Yeah.
called? He had the Gakpo on the
He had
left and
Chappie
Wood on the
Simmons. He
right.
had Chappie Simmons as well.
That's a
That was
tired
the
wing
system.
pair, bro. What Gakpo and Madueke.
But also, he had
TK, I'm
Chappie
pretty sure they
Simmons
won
in
the league.
10.
You know what the
They didn't
funniest
win
thing
the
is,
league.
though?
They didn't win the league.
I called him a tier 1 signing. So he basically classes this guy as like the layouts of the world. You know what I'm saying? But
Who?
uses to play him. Arteta said that this guy is a tier 1 signing.
Wait, who does Arteta class as layout?
No, not. He didn't mention
He sees him
layout,
as a top class
but
signing.
he's saying that Madueke is a tier 1 signing, which is
Okay, I
the
was gonna
likes
say.
of Leao and them, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that's just racist, bro. Because what do you mean, bro? Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Arteta did identify. You know, bro, Arteta, yeah, is smoking crack. If he thinks that's a
He
tier one.
is.
You've got
Bro,
two wingers. I mean, sorry, wait, you got one. Wait, yeah, you had Nwaneri. Cool.
We
You
got
wanted
one more. Hey, TK, we got one more. You know, we got
No,
one.
but they've got that. But they're trying to have
Yeah,
all the
listen, we got
Nigerians.
one more.
You
I
know what
can
it is,
fix him.
Ahmed,
Bro,
you know what it is?
I would rather take Mudrik than fucking Garnacho, bro.
Yeah, me too. He's not here.
I'll be real.
Yo.
I'll be real. Yeah, they're trying to. Arsenal are trying to please the jollof rice community in Nigeria side, bro, because they're taking all the Nigerian players. Like they've got Saka, Madueke, Waneri's Nigerian, Eze. Who's next? Who's Nigerian at Chelsea, bro? They might go next.
Hey,
The Tosin.
if only
You
we
get
got Gehi, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You could have Tosin, bro. But listen, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Obviously, I see the whole Garnacho thing removing the Chelsea from his bio and that. Listen, bro, get ready. I might
we need
be
him
waiting.
to stay, bro. He's at home.
Yeah, isn't it?
Hey, he's not at home. He's sending
He's
it.
got
No, that's not his home. That's his temporary home, blood. Do you get me?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, bro, he's in the. Listen, bro, he's in the hostel and he's looking for a main house, blood. Do you get me? We just holding
Hey,
him.
bro.
We're holding him.
That's not what he said when he joined you, though.
But what was the
I didn't
moment
want
that
him
you
anyway,
gave up on
bro. You know what I'm
Garnacho?
saying?
What was the moment that you gave up on Garnacho, bro?
I never
Well, here we
believed in him. Hey, Ahmed, this guy don't know me, you know. I didn't believe in him in the first place, bro.
Nah, because bro, you know what Chelsea fans tried to do, yeah? They didn't want him in it, and then they tried to do the shameless thing in it. They were like, you know what, yeah? Bare players have come from United, flopped, and then they've given them a new life. Maybe we could do it.
They
with
thought he was
Garnacho.
gonna do the Sancho thing. You know what it is? They kind of mistreated Sancho, and then when they saw Garnacho, they were like, you know what? He's younger, he's more direct. Maybe he
What does
gets
that even
GA.
mean?
Bro, you know what it is? If you rely on a GA thing, you think, you know, people were saying, listen, I don't, as long as
Well, his J was
Garnacho
shit for
get
us,
me
though.
GA,
That's the
we'll look the other way. That's what they were saying to me, bro.
Let me tell you something about Garnacho, yeah. I believe he scored 11 goals for us last season. You might turn around and say that ain't bad for a 20-year-old, did it? But if I told you he scored 8 by October and he finished on 11, it's not impressive now, is it?
I know, because I watched him, bro.
And bro,
I
half
know,
of his
I
goals
know.
were against Championship and League and League One side, bro, in the Carabao that we played last year.
Even
But yeah,
this
did
season.
he bagged 2 against who's that team that we slapped? Barnsley 7. And
Barnsley,
then
he backed I saw he backed like a brace and got assist in that game.
Bro, he
Yeah, he
scored
got
against Cardiff. He scored against Karabakh for us. And then he scored against Arsenal. And you know, those were like lucky ones. You know, he closed his eyes and hit the ball, blood.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Lucky. Bro, and then that's it really, bro. Like, you know that he weren't really
But he said
bro,
he
this
was
Dunny is
best.
like, but bro, he's probably the worst. You know what it is? I told people, yeah, he's probably the worst. He's the worst left wing in the league. And every time I tell someone to name you anyone worse, they can't.
I mean, me and Ahmed said it for years that Garnacho was a scrub, bro. Like I said it. I said it. What was the game? I think Ahmed, do you remember Leeds at home in Ten Hag's first season when Garnacho popped a stinker?
The Leeds one, I remember the Leeds one.
Yeah, because we played Leeds twice in the same week, and then he scored away. But the whole game, I told guys he's meaty then, and then people like to do the whole. But he's young.
He's young.
He's 18. But let me man
I
tell
said
you
it
man
before he
something now,
said it.
yeah. Let me tell you man something now. You man will be the same people that would say Lamine Yamal's the best player in the world, and he's 18. So why is it with Garnacho when he's playing? As far as I'm concerned, the minute you sign that professional contract and you're in and around the first team, and if you act a certain way and you've got a reputation, I'm gonna hold you to a standard.
Bro,
He kind of people saw the overhead kick and that, and they started thinking he's on this, but you know what it is.
United fans tried to
Yeah,
say.
didn't
give
they
him
call him a
something.
CR7
No, but this is the thing
regen?
though. You know what it is. People didn't understand that he's a volume shooter, innit? If you try a lot of things multiple times, you might hit one here and there. Do you get me? And I
Yeah,
think
he
with
wasn't
him,
he wasn't a shooter like a Son. You no way near.
no, we're not
No,
talking like that.
I
But
nowhere
tell
you
you
get
what,
the
near,
with
bro.
point. He
Garnacho,
doesn't hit
yeah.
the
If I
target,
have
but
to
he
be fair,
shoots. Like he just
Bro,
shoots.
if I have to be fair with Garnacho, this is the only thing I'll give that guy. I'll be real to him. He hasn't developed since he was 18, though. He's still the same player
He'll
that he
never
was.
develop because he ain't got fundamentals, bro.
That, but
yeah.
that's what I tried. That's the only thing I
Mm.
could give him, bro. Like at least he can say he hasn't developed from since the FA Youth Cup until now. He's still the same player that he was when he was 18.
No, but if you watch him play, he's
Bro,
only
trust me, I
good.
watched him for
He's
3 years,
only
bro.
good if you pass, like, give him a through ball and he runs towards the ball. Yeah, like the
Mm.
But
ball's
he's
way
not
ahead
even
of
mad.
him. No, but I'm
He's
not saying
just
good, but I'm saying that's the only thing he can do. And then he doesn't have to think. He just needs to cut in, and if he doesn't get tackled, he'll just shoot. If he
see, but the
goes
thing
on
is,
the
brothers
outside, but if he goes on the outside, we watch him all the time with Lewis on the watch along. He said, "Look, he's not gonna look. He goes down the line, and then he just kicks it. He don't know where he's kicking it. You know what I'm saying? He tries to
brother,
kick it in between the
brother.
defender's legs, and then it just goes out, and it's wasted, bro. Like,
Yeah, so we've seen God. I saw Garnacho for 3 years, bro, at United. Like I
The
swear,
open
bro.
nets, the 1v1s, the loose touches.
no, you know
Bro,
he done against Everton. You know he done. Esteval came on. He started to kind of do his thing a little bit. Well, like hopefully he can get to the goal. He get me. This is embarrassing. He cuts in. He shoots. Like, man, imagine Esteval. I think he took a corner, hit the crossbar, yeah, straight from
Yeah.
the corner. And I think whatever. And then something happened. I don't know if Esteval overhit the ball or tried to shoot something like that. Bro, Garnacho started shouting at him, bro. And he had put his head down and palm.
There was even some games where he lost his man in the back post when
Bro,
corners were.
you can't do
But
half the things this player
his
does,
first
bro.
game for Chelsea, he was
Yeah,
at fault
yeah.
for Brentford. But I was
This is
hating
the
Exactly.
thing, bro. Like with Sancho, I think Ahmed knows. Yeah, I was annoyed when we didn't keep him. I was telling man, just keep him. Man, I telling me he's not direct. He's not. I'm like, brother, he's not direct, and he's not gonna shoot. But
he's
he's
direct.
gonna. He only shoots. He only really shoots
When he needs to.
because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
score, innit?
Brother,
Like,
let me
Bro,
say something.
he's just not a good player, though. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Garnacho.
Oh, Garnacho. Man said he's not a good player. He's a bad player, bro.
Bro, the thing is, I am still baffled to this day that this guy got a professional contract. I just don't
I'll be honest
understand.
though.
If
What
he,
United
listen, if
saw
he
in
can
this
make
guy.
it, all of us can make it.
Atletico
That's how-
Madrid,
Wallah.
TK. Atletico Madrid.
I'll tell you this.
What?
I'll be fair to
Yeah.
him, yeah.
Allah.
Yeah, we bought him 400k for Atletico. I'll be
Yeah.
fair to Garnacho, yeah.
Allah.
Garnacho took
You got
advantage
scammed, bro.
Bro, Garnacho took advantage of that rubbish season we had when Ranjik and Oli was there. There was nothing going on in that first team. Everybody was watching the youth team, bro. And I think we won the youth.
And what? They saw a headless chicken running around and looking like he was busy. They got excited.
Yeah, bro.
The problem
No,
with
he's
that,
not,
you know what
it's
it is
not
with
that,
him
bro.
though? It's
It's
the
not that,
confidence,
though,
bro.
Because remember,
Mm.
Argentinian, yeah, is a Ronaldo fan, and he did the sue when he scored the penalty in the youth cup. And then he
Bro,
scored the first
our
goal.
fans here are so easily pleased. Like, may God guide them
Yeah,
in
but
it.
you
Yeah.
know the Argentinians cut him out all the time. They're
Bro,
saying
he's out of the World Cup, innit?
Yeah, they're
Scally
saying
up,
he's
bro.
nowhere near the
Oh,
squad. Like he
I
ain't
swear-
making it.
He's not making it. I swear to you, there was a game where Argentina played, I think, last season, and then he started.
Yeah.
And it was really
I
late
know
in the
exactly
morning.
what you're talking
You know,
about. They were all cussing
it
him.
was late. It was
Man was
late, right in the
translating
night.
on Twitter, yeah, telling us what the Argentinian fans are saying, bro. He's the
Oh,
worst
dude,
player we ever had in our history. Da, 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 da,
they
da.
were cussing the
Di
life.
Maria told him. Apparently, Di Maria like basically had to tell him, bro, stop being a Ronaldo fan when you're around here, bro. Because I think Garnacho really thought, yeah, he really thought when Messi's gone, I'm gonna be the top dog. That's what he really thought in it. But
You know why?
Oh,
though?
he changed his hair, yeah, to copy Yamal.
No, but I don't listen. This guy is
Allah.
gonna take it personal because he likes Yamal, and he feels like he took his trim. But joking aside, though, you know what with Garnacho, he's so overconfident, but he got no ability. Like the ability and the confidence don't match. Like with a Turkey, with a Yamal, it's kind of like it's even if they're quiet, the ability kind of shows for itself. But with him, it's literally just like this.
so, but
It's so one-sided.
ability,
It's
bare
so
confidence.
like it's so one-sided in the scale, yeah. Like the overconfidence in here and the ability,
With
bro. Like,
Doku is like it's a bit closer. Like his confidence is high, but like his ability is slightly higher than obviously Garnacho.
Okay,
innit?
so
Yeah, he
so
just-
Which helps
he
him.
just has
Which
no
helps him
brain.
as a direct winger, because then
Yeah, yeah,
he knows
bro.
he can beat a man. Even if
Doku,
he
yeah,
messes up, he tries
yeah, but
again.
Doku's explosive though. Garnacho's
Yeah,
not
but
explosive.
yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm
Doku
saying
is
you need
Doku,
that
yeah.
as a
Even
winger
though I
though,
don't rate him like,
taking on your man.
He's not
Do
a
you know what I'm
yeah,
smart
yeah,
player.
yeah. Doku is like, I don't rate him like that at all, yeah. But like you said, Darren, yeah, he is more explosive than Garnacho, and he's better in 1v1. But like, I don't know, bro. Like, I just think the biggest thing for me, yeah, is elite level decision making, isn't it, bro? That is a skill that I think, yeah, that's what separates the good players to the elite players, in it. So when you don't
Can that
have
be
decision
developed?
making, sorry, go on, Darren.
Can that be developed then, Ahmed? That's what I want to know. Can that be developed?
Can decision making be developed? I feel like you have to have a certain level of decision making that can be coached. I don't think if you're a player that has absolutely horrible decision making when you're a young player, and even if you have a great coach, it can improve, but not to the point where it's going to be polished. I don't think so, innit? Me personally.
Okay, so Ahmed, bear in mind, I'm not comparing the two. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, of course, ask whatever, bro.
I play for the Garnacho sexuals. This is for them, innit? Yeah. So when Cristiano Ronaldo first came to Manchester United, we could all agree, guy was mad erratic, flash.
Yeah.
Would you say when he first came, he had
His decision making was not good at all.
But would you say, is it fair to say over time, with the right coaching, it did develop? Is that fair to say?
With the right coach, yeah, Ronaldo's decision making improved. I wouldn't say his decision making was elite, because the type of player that Ronaldo is, step overs, cut in, he always wants to go for the shot. He's not the type of player to. Yeah. So Ronaldo's game, yeah, Ronaldo's game didn't really involve that much decision making, because he had them players around him to do it. The Toni Kroos, the Luka Modric, Bale's decision making when he Benzema as well. I don't think Ronaldo had to use that much of his decision making. Oh, I do believe it can be improved, but
so much.
Like for example, Bukayo Saka. Yeah, I don't rate Bukayo Saka highly. I think he's just good, objectively speaking. Obviously, when they call him Starboy, I disagree. Bukayo Saka, for me, even when he broke through, you can tell he's got some decent level decision making. But when someone says to me, "What's Bukayo Saka's best attribute?" I'd probably maybe say his physical. Between that and a little bit of his decision making, isn't it? Right?
I think he's I think, you know, if
he's just all right, isn't it? He's just all right at what he does.
People don't know this. This is from him playing left back as well, yeah. The way he protects the ball, like shields it. He doesn't lose the ball easily. He just keeps it.
Whole opposite to Rashford.
Yeah, which
but some Rashford players has bad athleticism though.
Well, Rashford had mad athleticism and probably more potential, but the decision making part, yeah, is what, you disagree with that?
I don't know.
Hold on, wait, what?
I don't like Rashford.
I don't rate Rashford at all, by the way. I think he's mad overrated. But I'm talking about potential wise, innit?
No, like, listen. We'll speak when Saka wins the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll speak.
Yeah, but Rashford
then we'll compare. You know what I'm saying?
Rashford was never in a team. Was never in a good Man United team like Saka was, in it. So
but okay, going back to the whole what's it called, the decision making thing, yeah. I mean, bro, I'm kind of with
he had enough chances, you know what I'm saying?
The early, you see the bit. If you have no decision making, there's no foundation for you to even add to learn on. But you know, like in recent times, obviously the football's a bit more system based now, isn't it? Yeah. I think sometimes when you understand what the manager wants you to do and where other players are going to be, it sometimes can kind of can cover over how much you've learned in terms of decision making, because now you just instructions, isn't it? You know where to pass it.
Look at Raheem Sterling, by the way.
If you really have to make decisions on the spot, under pressure, it's different to you knowing that you're gonna have 3 options every time you get the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? Then you know that.
The thing is, Saka doesn't thrive. Saka doesn't thrive under this current system. It just doesn't help him at all. You know what I'm saying? Because he's defending, and now he's supposed to counter and attack.
System.
Exactly. That will be perfect, because that was the season where he had double-digit goals and assists as well. So he was on a good run as well, bro. But the thing is, he needs to cut back and pass back. He needs to do this, shield the ball, like you said. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go back and defend. Watch Saka for England. You'll see a way different Saka, and you'll see a way more, how should I say, Saka with output, because now you don't have to defend as much anymore. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you think he's got world-class talent, TK? Honestly speaking, be honest.
Yeah, the thing is, if I compare Saka's talent, then yes. Did he live up to that potential currently? He was until he got injured. I think that injury hindered him a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when did you think he hit that talent before?
Bro, it was when Rice joined us the season before. Saka had an amazing
21,
season.
22.
No, 22, 23, and 23, 24. That were Saka's best seasons.
I think if I was to rank Saka out of 10, yeah, as a player, I'd give him like a 7.
Can I be honest though, boys?
I mean, that's your opinion, bro.
You know what it is with Saka though? I feel like he'll give me a 7 consistently though. That's
Pre-injury, hey boys, pre-injury Saka, yeah. Would you all have him as your club? Would you all have him in your club? Obviously, I'm not talking to CK.
What position though?
Obviously, like in his best position, we were saying.
But we had Greenwood then.
Like, obviously, yeah. Obviously, Redwood was better than him.
Hey, man said Gunwood. Nah. Listen, I think I've never listen, for me, there's something that I don't know, man. I rate Saka for what he is, innit? I just feel like for a winger, I've always felt like if I'm gonna build a team, I need a winger that's a bit more unpredictable, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Someone that consistently takes on his man, not necessarily PMP, but he's like he has to have that little spark about him, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And I think, like, for me, I don't know, bro. I think
like Amara's in it, yeah. But that's something that's
them kind of like.
But bro, Mahrez was
God given.
The thing is,
again, boys, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Let's use FIFA terms. Mahrez had the 5-star skills, bro. You know what I'm saying? Saka does not have 5-star skills.
Yeah, I want 5-star skills. You know what I'm saying? I got.
Okay, what about
you can have it. You have Garnacho, bro. He has 5-star skills. You know what I'm saying?
-5. You hear me? -5, bro.
No, the thing is, guys, trust me. When I say pre-injury Saka was explosive, it got past his man consistently. Shot the ball like a rocket, you know what I'm saying? Ahmed, you remember that goal?
You don't say got past his man, yeah?
Yeah, I remember the goal he scored against us.
There's 2 ways, bro.
That's when he did this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember.
Exactly.
Ahmed.
You're not telling me that you won't take that Saka in your team. You're crazy if you say that, in my opinion.
Who was my right winger, Darren?
Anthony, because Gunwood was gone. He had the bad to get it.
Yeah, but Anthony.
I'll take Ajax Anthony. You get me?
It was Anthony and Sancho at the time.
No, but the thing is, yeah, like the thing is with Saka, yeah, is that I understand that he was better before the injury. That's natural with any player in it. When they start losing a bit of their power and explosiveness here, even if you're highly technical, cool, it's going to affect you, but your ability will still be there. I think because Saka, most of his attributes are physicality, right? It's hindered him so much to the point where he looks like he can barely move. He can barely move, bro. It's so bland. Exactly, that's the word, isn't it?
He's mashed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So cool. Like his injury did affect him in it, but bro, like what's with?
But Ahmed, what do you expect when a player tears his right hamstring?
Yeah, of course.
Returns, plays a lot again, and Arteta uses him a lot. Trust me. And then he pulls his left hamstring. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what happened to Saka, by the way.
Yeah,
after he returned from his injury, pulled his left hamstring, the other one. You know what I'm saying?
He pulled both.
Yeah.
He tore his right one and he pulled his left one.
He got injured again this season because remember.
Man's moving like Wan-Bissaka the way how he dribbles, bro. I'll be real, innit?
Yeah, but bro.
The thing is, if you get played the amount of minutes that he plays, anybody would look like that.
Man's dribbling with the inside of his foot these days, bro. I don't know what's going on, man.
But
I hear it though, innit? Obviously, sorry, Darren, I cut you off. Go on.
I was gonna say, yeah, like regarding this whole Saka thing, in it, yeah, like I think with him, I feel like it is a player welfare thing. I don't think the problem is Saka, but the issue what I think certain Arsenal fans do have with him now. Let's be honest, like he's 25 years old this year. He's going to be 25. I can't lie. you man need to stop looking at him like he's an 18, 19, 20-year-old because he's not that anymore. He's now
He's very experienced, bro. He's played in
No,
6
we
years
don't.
in the Prem. Very
We don't, by the
experienced.
way.
He's played 6 years in the Prem. He's been given world-class shouts, yeah, because of his numbers. People have put him in conversation saying he's better than Rodrigo.
You
Even
know
at
what it
one
reminds me
point,
of though, Darren? You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when it's not the same player before everyone gets annoyed, yeah, but it reminds me of Lingard, bro. Remember when people were calling him he might get game
Oh,
time
when
here.
he's still
So
young.
he's like 26 at this
No,
point.
no,
Or
yeah,
no,
27.
exactly.
no,
Bro.
that's a
And the thing is, I was
violation, bro.
saying,
You're not
yeah, but
comparing
G, yeah, but
Lingard.
No,
Yasser,
I'm
yeah, but
saying
You
no,
know
I'm
what
not
I'm
saying
saying?
Big up,
ability,
big
bro.
up Lingard, bro. He's a,
Bro, Lingard is at
Yasser, do you
Corinthians and he
remember
was
the
at
interview
South Korea
when
before that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yasser, do you remember the
No,
interview
not
when Wayne
career wise.
Rooney
I'm
said,
talking about when he was at United going to West Ham.
hey,
That was
Yasser,
almost like his first loan move, blood. At that point, that's how it felt
Yasser,
like.
do you remember the interview that Wayne Rooney did and he said Man United should stick with young players and he named him, I think he named Rashford, who was 24 at the time.
McTominay.
He named McTominay, he was 25, and then he said Jesse Lingard. The guy was 6 months away from being 30, bro.
honestly
That's what I'm saying.
speaking, the whole
But trust
Arsenal
me when I
thing,
say,
like,
my bad, Ahmed, I interrupted you. But trust me when I
sorry.
say, I do a lot of shows with Ashraf. That's my
Yeah.
Kora brother, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
we cook.
That's the guy that
Saka.
said sorry to cut you off. I watched one of his videos on Footy Judge Mo, and you know Kells, the city
Yeah.
rep.
Mm.
He was talking about how Declan Rice is on the same level as David Silva and Gundogan. I've got the screen record.
I was a brother that was
Ashraf
talking
is the light brown guy, innit? Like light skinned guy, you know,
It's
short
not
hair.
him, bro. It's
Yeah,
Sudani.
Yeah, he's a good guy, innit? But bro, I'll be
Yeah.
real with you. I disagree with like 99% of what he says because
Listen, we've seen what he done against
big up
City.
to him though, innit? Yeah, it's
Bro,
listen,
he is what we call an human encyclopedia. If you speak to him, you need to be prepared, bro, because that guy knows everything, literally.
Yeah, but I think there must have been a
He
breakdown.
always has like multiple arguments on why player A is better than player B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think his database
always
might be
has that.
broken. His database must be broken if you say Declan Rice is on that level with David Silva and Gundogan.
Maybe there's context missing because I don't think Ashraf would blindly say that Rice is on the same level as guys that won multiple Premier Leagues.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what?
think-
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't matter, bro. Declan Rice's best season doesn't even match their best season, so it's just a waste of a conversation.
no, but the thing
Maybe.
is, with, like the thing is, with, like just to wrap up the Arsenal section, yeah, is that essentially I still obviously everyone's here. I still have them. They're probably still going to win the league.
If you
Yeah,
bottle it,
they
don't,
lost to Carab.
if you bottle it, trust
Yeah,
me.
they're not going to bottle a nine game lead in it. Yeah, so
If you
Arsenal
man
have a
bottle
hint.
it, trust me, I'm ruining all of you lot summers this year, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. At the end of the day, the main objective, your bread and butter, yeah, it's an English saying, is the Premier. That's your bread and butter, bro. Yeah. Me. If someone said to me, Ahmed, would you want a Champions League or a Premier League? I'm not gonna listen. Amazing. I'll have both, but give me the Prem. I want Prems. So, despite his style of play, despite my hatred to Arsenal, if they win it, I'm still gonna be here. You have to give them their credit, bro, because you're playing the same team twice, right? It's not a fluke. But look, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I watch Arsenal, I have to have my snooze on, bro. Honestly, I fall asleep watching Arsenal. But you know what? You know what the fan base is gonna do? The fan base ain't gonna be falling asleep if they win the Prem. That's me being objective in it. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, Arteta has finally got it over the line. I'm just intrigued to see what's going to happen next season. Is he going to persist with that same style after winning the Prem? Or is he going to change it up a little bit and go back to how he used to play the 22-23 season where Ødegaard, which I still believe till this day, is your best attacker? That's me personally.
The funny thing is,
Ødegaard was so good that guys would say Arsenal fans generally could say he was better than KDB. That's how.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Bro, listen. That's like
that's
me.
the level that
That's
Ødegaard
no.
is on,
Listen,
bro.
that's like
I know
me
what you mean.
mentioning. That's like me mentioning the United fans that say that Bruno Fernandes is better than KDB. You know what I'm saying? It's not like my fan base is exclusive with.
You?
Am I mute? No, I'm not mute.
No. I can hear both of you.
He's on mute for me.
No, I think you cannot hear me then. You cannot. Yeah, I don't think you can hear me. But that's like me saying, oh, your fan base is saying Bruno Fernandes is better than KDB. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I mention the delusional Arsenal fans, and you know what I'm saying, and I mention the delusional Man United fans, he'll here till tomorrow,
good.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we would do sahur after Ramadan, bro. You know what I'm saying? It would be one of them. So for me, at the end of the day, bro, for me, Ødegaard, cool, but Arteta, I've spoken about this with Ashraf at the Korapot and Saad as well.
Big up to both.
Yeah, big up to both. We've said, because we've asked the same question, will he persist with this timid tactic even after winning? You know what I'm saying? And I think his ego will tell him, oh, I won the league while playing like this. Why would I change it? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think he will think like that.
I think if he wins the league, though, he'll have a lot of credit in the bank.
No, not a lot. He would have credit in the bank, but not a lot. Because the thing is, it took us 6 years to be here. We spent 1 billion to be here. You know what I'm saying? If we've spent 1 billion under Luis Enrique, this would have been 2-3 prems. You know what I'm saying? So for me, at the end of the day, big up to him if he wins it. Trust me, I'm not gonna discredit him if he wins us the league. But bro, you've used a lot of money, you've used a lot of time. This was literally your learning school. You did not coach a different team before you joined Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? You were Pep's assistant and then you joined us. We were your learning school. You were learning for 6 years. Like 3 years you were learning, 3 years you were challenging. Cool. But at the end of the day, if you don't bring consistent trophies to this club, you just have to leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to be a one and done team. I want a domination for at least like 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Not win a 4-peat, but at least win like 2, maybe 3 in 5 years or something.
14
you know
altogether if you win this one.
What do you mean?
TK,
14 titles, don't you? Did you not have 14 titles?
14, yeah.
TK, I want to ask you this then, yeah? I don't know if you watched the David Dean thing, documentary, High Performance, but somebody asked him, do you reckon this Arsenal, they asked David Dean, did it? Do you reckon this Arsenal team is just a one prem and done? Or would they build a dynasty, basically? Like, do you think Arsenal will dominate, like, not Manchester United, because I don't think you will ever get that again, but
Or
like
City,
maybe like a City or like a City.
Liverpool. Liverpool didn't dominate, to be fair. They didn't dominate.
They did. They were just chasing, bro. They were clout chasing, didn't it? But they didn't dominate, really.
I mean, back in the day with Kenny Dalglish and them, man, they did pretty dominate.
They were like Arsenal.
Oh, back then, yeah. I meant recently, like
not
No,
recently.
if Liverpool dominated, Liverpool
in,
dominated is like saying Arsenal dominated in the mid 2000s. Like they just didn't, though, did they?
I mean, it was obvious because Manchester United at that point were like the most spending team. All the star players were going there. We, Henry, for example, we sold Anelka, which was our star player at that time, for a youngster who was a big risk, aka Henry, because Henry was not rated that much, and Juventus wanted to get rid of him as well. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we didn't buy the Ferdinands of the world. We didn't buy the Cantonas, the Van Nistelrooys of the world. We had to create these players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's why Arsenal always makes players better. They buy from low and they make them better. That's how we always.
We had Ryan Giggs. We had Ryan Giggs. You lot had Mark Overmars, and Overmars was a baller. And then you replaced Overmars with Pires.
I mean, yeah, but Pires was not like a, how should I say, a Ronaldinho or something. He was not considered to be an amazing winger before he joined us. That's not the case. Same with Henry. Same with Vieira. You know, these were not amazing players. If anything, even Bergkamp was a reject, bro. The Inter didn't want him. He didn't perform in Italy. So they sold him to us, and then he became the Iceman. That, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I started to realize with Arsene Wenger and the type of players that he attracts, bro. He rates technicians, bro. Yeah, he rates guys who are technically really good, and that is why when Arsene Wenger as a coach was phenomenal, bro. That guy's football, I can watch it all day. I can watch it all day, bro. That's the type of football that I would love to see my team play in. Obviously, Wenger had Fergie had his number over him, yeah. But Fergie was all about mentality and just presence, and it's just I don't know how to explain it, bro. He just had that dog in him, innit? He just had that dog, bro. He was a bastard.
But Ahmed, thing is with Wenger though, what they won't tell you, like they're trying to make it out like Klopp pushed Pep. No, he didn't. Klopp didn't push Pep in the same way that Arsene pushed Fergie. Because what was it? In a 10-year spell, United won 4, Arsenal won 3, and Chelsea won 2 in it. bro, come on. And at the time, the Premier League, like we were sweeping up the league. Like we had
I
Blackburn.
think Wenger's mad disrespected, bro.
Mm.
I
When you
think
talk
he's,
about Arsenal, did it? They talk about the last 5 years of Arsenal, did it? Like
Yeah,
they weren't playing that type
I
of
think
they weren't playing that type of football under George Graham, bro. It was doo football, bro. Like it was the
Yeah.
complete
yeah,
opposite.
but bro, but you talk about Arsenal, yeah. Like you see with us with Fergie, because Fergie left at the right time, in my opinion, didn't it? Like I heard this saying years ago, and I think this is fair. Fergie left to save his reputation, whilst Arsenal stayed and ruined his. Like
Yeah.
if Arsenal had gone, maybe after the FA Cup final in 2014, after he broke the Chelsea drought, drought, because I'm pretty sure the debt was over. So if Arsenal had gone after a hole in the cup final, probably Arsenal fans, they would have looked at him and be like, you know what? He saved us. Emirates, you did all of this. You could go gracefully. He might have not gone out the same way Fergie did, but yeah. And maybe I'm at a push if he had left in 2017 after Chelsea, because that season it was horrible, but he would have got out on a high.
Mm.
I think
Yeah, no,
Arsenal.
he was moving like it was his club, bro. He was moving like, oh, I have the responsibility to pay off the stadium. Let me buy lower tier players to basically save money to to pay off the stadium. You know what I'm saying? At that time, Cronkies were not investing
Into the
any
club.
money into the club. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, Arsene Wenger felt like he was responsible for the club, but we didn't want that. We wanted him to leave and just use the money elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because we are not supposed to act like we're the owners and pay off the stadium. That's what the owners are supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And we were in
Yes.
deep shit. That's why a lot of fans are cronky out till this day. Because the cronkies put us in that shit, bro. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
TK, can I ask you this then? So now Arsenal's gone and it's 6 years down the line. Was it Arsenal's fault? Was it Kroenke's fault? Or was it a bit of both?
It was a bit of both. The thing is, the Cronkies, ever since Arsene Wenger left, they started investing all of a sudden. But that's not because the Cronkies changed their mind. No, it's because Stan, the father, gave the club basically to his son Josh, and Josh is a guy that wants to win with the clubs that he owns at that time, which is Arsenal. Now, you know what I'm saying? So Josh was like, now I have the club, so I will invest into this club. I want this club to be winners. And ever since then, he spent 1 billion on this club, and we don't sell. So trust me, I'm talking about net spent around 1 billion, 800 million net spent, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we don't sell players at all. That's the
Yeah.
problem as well. So Josh took over. He started investing, but the thing with Josh is he likes to do the whole friend thing. You know what I'm saying? Edu, friend. Arteta, friend. You know what I'm saying? That's his issue. It's jobs for the boys, and I don't like that personally. Now that we have Berta, it's been a lot less. But at that time, when we had Edu and Arteta, it was jobs for the boys. We had Mertesacker as
the youth guy, innit?
Yeah, Mertesacker.
It's kind of similar to United with Fletcher.
Yeah,
Bro, we had
exactly.
that for time, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Like,
So
the
thing is, yes, it was a bit of both because Wenger, he was just done. You know what I'm saying? He was like Capello. When your time is done, you're done. You need to quit, even though you are a top coach. Capello did the same back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And Wenger had to do the same. He didn't. He thought he owned the club and he wanted to fix the club. He shouldn't have done that. Now we have a guy that actually invests, but he invests personally in the wrong people. Because in my opinion, Arteta should have been sacked after the second title loss. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that would have been ruthless. That would have been ruthless, but I get it. You spent a lot that summer. 100 million on Declan Rice, 60 on Havertz. Just buy someone else that window.
Was it not Zinchenko?
Zinchenko was the season before.
No, Zinchenko was like 30, 35 or something.
But no, he's talking about the second bottle job. It was Declan Rice, Havertz, and there was somebody else.
Timber.
Nah, Jesus came the season before, bro.
Oh,
it was Timber. It was Timber.
Yeah, Timber. And Timber got injured in the first game.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If we spent this amount of money on a coach like Enrique, for example, and if this whole jobs for the boys didn't exist at this club, and we actually brought people like Berta earlier, you know what I'm saying? People like Enrique earlier, trust me when I say we would have won multiple leagues by now.
Yeah, because I know you're someone who wanted Arteta gone, innit? Like previously, you're someone who wanted like an Enrique type manager. Like obviously, if he wins you this title, you're gonna give him his credit because of what he's done. But I know you want a manager that's a bit more a bit more attacking minded. Someone who's a bit more free flowing and not
scared.
as
He's not a coward. He's gonna go.
not as controlling. But listen, I just wanted to mention a little bit of the whole United thing, innit? I think this player is linked to both of us. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't want Tonali. Aaron, I want you. Obviously, I think you disagree. I want you to both of you talk about Tonali. I've watched him in Champions League. I've watched him for Newcastle. I think he is a new shiny toy that United fans like. It used to be Baleba last season because he performed. Now Baleba has fallen off in his performances, which I still think he's an amazing player regardless. Tonali is the new toy. It looks like United are going in for him. Honestly speaking, I'm not saying he's a scrub. I just think he's average. Now, you tell me in it. Go on, Darren.
Okay, TK, me and Ahmed have had this conversation like so many times, yeah. The reason why I'm not against having Tonali and I'd be happy to take him is because we are losing Casemiro in it. And Casemiro is a presence in both boxes. Like, he's good in attacking and defending. So I'm looking around in this league, right? The thing is, what Casemiro that lets him down is that he can't get around the pitch no more. So we need to get somebody that's of a similar profile to Casemiro in it. And for me, I think Tonali is that. I think Tonali is dominant in both boxes. He's a physical presence, and that's what we need as well. And I feel like he's ready to take that next step. Yes, he's been at AC Milan. He was a wonder kid at Brescia and all of that. But I just think right now, 26, right age, think he's going to come in, and I feel like he'll be a revolution. But that's just me, though. But I do agree with Ahmed, though. The bids that I'm hearing, listen, he's not £100 million level, but if the right price is available, I'll take Sandro Tonali in a heartbeat, personally.
I mean, I agree with you both a little bit because I do believe Tonali is a talented player, but he's not a midfielder that has like one attribute that stands out of all other attributes that he has. You know what I'm saying? He has a bit of everything, like Declan Rice, for example. Declan Rice gives you a bit of everything. He gives you the passing. It is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. And I do believe that some midfields needs those kind of jack of all traits so they can fall back when someone is, lacking, or go forward when they need extra attack. You know what I'm saying? Those kinds of players can bring you a lot, but it can also bite you in the ass because you guys were linked with Baleba as well and with Tonali. I think if you look at the attributes that you just named, which is ball carrying and also physical presence in the box, Baleba can bring you that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I do believe Tonali is more of a box-to-box type player.
Number 8.
He's not a set number 6 like Casemiro is. You know what I'm saying?
Baleba, honestly, TK, yeah. I know potentially we might get Baleba and Tonali. I've always said the two. Listen, the Camavinga one, he's a baller in it. I don't know how true that is. I'm talking about ones that are a little bit more concrete in it. Because Camavinga, that guy's elite. I'm taking him any day. But let's talk about the Newcastle. I personally believe out of the Newcastle midfield, eliminate Jacob Ramsey, eliminate Joe Linton, Bruno G and Tonali. I believe we're getting the worst midfielder out of the two. I think Bruno G is a much better player. I know he's 29. I don't care if he's 29. He is quality, and I think he's got all the attributes you want for a midfielder. All action midfielder, can pass, really good on the ball. He's a goal threat. Honestly, this is okay. I watch Tonali. I see a guy who offers a lot off the ball, can run around. He's got work rate. He's got an engine. He's got his physical capabilities. However, I think his passing's limited. I don't think he's got a great strike on him. I don't think he's an elite ball carrier like a Baleba. I don't know what he excels at. Now, obviously, you mentioned... I'm just going to finish off and then I'm done.
Okay,
no, it's calm, bro. It's calm. With Baleba, yeah, I think Baleba and a Wharton is a better combination to have in your team because Baleba gives you that physicality. He also gives you on-the-ball quality. And even Baleba, when he does carry the ball, he's got a decent strike, on him, Baleba. He's got a decent strike with his left foot. Do you get me?
He's a lefty too.
Exactly. And Wharton is the guy.
Do you agree that Tonali is a way smarter player than Baleba?
Yeah, but that's because Tonali's got...
Yeah. I think Tonali's his position is probably like a bit better. He knows where to be, when to... I think Baleba is more mistake prone. but he's got higher potential. Does that make sense?
That's because Baleba's more mistake prone because Baleba's 21. So you expect that from a 21-year-old. But
he's also very rash in nature, like Caicedo. Caicedo, amazing midfielder, but he also has a mistake in him still to this day. You know what I'm saying?
But then what I'm trying to make is because I hear Ahmed's point and I hear your point. But the other midfielder is Kobe. We need somebody that's going to complement Kobe. Yeah. I feel like with Tonali, with his attributes, I think he can complement Kobe Mainu, innit? Now, if someone told me you have 150 million, you could get 2. Of course, if Ahmed said if it is Wharton, if it's between Wharton, Baleba, and Tonali, I probably would skip out Tonali because it's 150 million. I think we need younger midfielders, and with them 3 there, we have a midfield for the next 10 years. That's what I see. But I think right now, as far as I'm concerned, we need 2 midfielders anyways, isn't it? Because Cass is going and Ugarte is going. And whether guys like Ugarte or not, we still need to replace him, innit?
Yeah, you need numbers at the end of the day, yeah.
I don't think Tonali's an upgrade on Casemiro, honestly.
But who is out there?
The thing is, guys, listen, the problem is, I'm not saying Tonali is as... I'm not saying Xhaka is as good as Tonali or vice versa, but we did the same with Xhaka back in the day. We played this guy as a 6 while this guy is an 8. You know what I'm saying? This guy made a lot of mistakes, physical disadvantages, sometimes too slow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he just tries to do the whole adventurous pass forward and then big up Hyper, my bro. Sometimes he does the adventurous pass forward, loses the ball. Now he needs to track back, but it's just not physical.
Like Pogba, isn't it? Like how we used him.
Exactly. You don't use some players like that, bro. You guys need, in my opinion, out of the names that you just named, I'm
intrigued to hear what you say now.
Wharton.
Bro, he's on my wave. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Darren and TK are on my wave, bro. I'm telling you, yeah. Man United prioritizing Tonali over Wharton is stupid, bro. It's stupid.
No, that is stupid. But I think the only reason why we're not going to Wharton because I generally think I see Wharton. Like I feel like Wharton for some reason. I think he's going to Liverpool. I just think
we're more attractive than Liverpool, man. Forget about Liverpool.
Trust me when I say whoever pays the money, he will go there. You know what I'm saying? At this moment in time, will Liverpool spend another 100 or 120 million? Because I think the Wharton price will be between 100 and 120.
That's not worth it.
That's the problem. And that's the problem.
Listen, he's a good player in it, but he is a bro.
Now,
trust me when I say this guy will be Declan Rice money.
Are you paying that? Are you paying that for Wharton? Think
about
it. At least say Eze and Zaha, probably the best 3 Palace players I've seen inside the last decade. And Balassi, them 4, they've all gone for less. You can argue different times, but bro, I don't think Wharton is like I don't think Wharton is £100 million.
I don't think you can compare attackers with actual midfielders because I
okay,
do
cool,
believe
but
that.
all right, cool, but Wharton is not on the level that Declan Rice was when he was at West Ham.
No, he wasn't.
Rice was playing better. Rice was playing at the European level. He proved it in Europe.
But for what's available, though, because we're talking about what you need, not what you want at the end of the day. Because Tonali can be cool, can be a nice player. Even if you bought Bruno Guimaraes, who is a better player than Tonali, he will not fit in that 6 role because you want Kobe Mainu to progress forward. You do not want him to sit back and defend while Tonali goes forward. You do not want that, bro. That's why when I look at the profiles who are available right now, Wharton has an amazing pass, an amazing long ball, and an amazing shot. And he can defend. He's a brick wall. He is the perfect type player that you put next to Kobe Mainu. In my opinion.
How do you rate him physically?
I think he's physically very good. Very good.
Wharton's my age anyways, bro.
Because people say Wharton's going to struggle off the ball. I don't believe that.
But no, Wharton's my age, bro. The physicality will come over time, bro. He'll grow into his body over time. Like that. This physicality stuff is nonsense. This is why I hate it.
Thank you. It is nonsense. It is nonsense, bro.
English football is the only country that prioritizes physicality, bro. Like physicality will actually come over time, bro. Like it will come over time.
Who's my number 6, for example? Who's my number 6?
Zubi.
There you go.
But
you don't have to be because we have Declan Rice as an 8 who does the physical role, so we can afford to play someone like Zubimendi in the 6 who is less physical, has worse defending than Declan Rice, for example. You guys at this moment in time don't have that luxury because Kobe Mainoo is not a Declan Rice type defender. You want Kobe Mainoo to go forward, shoot at the goal, make line breaking passes. You need to complement Kobe Mainoo by buying Wharton. No?
You know when I saw Kobe, you know when he first broke through and the tournament against when he was at England, yeah. The thing is, Kobe Mainoo can defend. He can cover ground. He can get the ball, receive it, and carry the ball and pick out a pass. His passing's not elite, but he can pick out a pass. But just because a player is capable of doing a certain attribute when he excels in other areas, you shouldn't prioritize the area that he's weaker at, and you should prioritize the area that he's stronger at. Now, if you have a guy, exactly, that's common sense. If you have a guy like a Baleba who can actually, under pressure, get the ball from defense and carry it to midfield to attack and start attacking transitions, pick out a ball, maybe even go for a strike. And you've got a guy like Adam Wharton, who me personally, he excels in breaking the lines in it. You know what I like about Wharton? Even though he's just a good player in it, he's nothing special, but because that type of profile, yeah, we don't really see that often because PSG have Fabian Ruiz, there's Rodriguez, there's bare guys like that in it. But with Wharton, he doesn't take too many touches on the ball. You try and press him, he's already got an idea on where he wants to pass. Too many players.
Yeah, bro. Michael Carrick. You're asking for Carrick because we haven't replaced Carrick to this day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The thing is, if someone said, okay, we get Tonali and Wharton, and maybe you're not believe.
That's good. That's
good. Still okay.
It's
cool.
one or the other, but you're basically saying Wharton.
Wharton has to be number one. Wharton has to be the priority. I even think he's a better player than Anderson. Anyway, Anderson is good. I just don't believe Anderson is. I don't see what Anderson does that Kobe doesn't do. If that makes sense. Do you understand?
We need somebody that's going to be the opposite of Kobe. That's what I personally believe.
Because you have Wharton. You have Wharton, who's very young, up and coming, one of the future midfielders of England. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
maybe he's already one of those midfielders.
Yes.
He's homegrown, so you have the quota with him as well. You know what I'm saying? He just ticks every box that you need in your midfield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't get why.
Profile-wise, talent-wise, homegrown-wise, he has everything that you guys need, in my opinion.
So why would it concretely? So do you reckon it'll just come down to finance? Do you reckon it'll just come down to financial decision then?
I just think it's just. I don't know
if you can spend 100 plus, you're gonna either buy Baleba or Wharton, in my opinion. Unless Liverpool pulls the trigger before you want Wharton, then it will be Tonali and Baleba. And then I think that you will buy Tonali if that's the case. I genuinely think so.
What we cannot get away with is we need two midfielders.
Yeah, but you're not gonna buy two out of these three midfielders because two out of these midfielders is guaranteed 100 plus million. Because remember how much they asked for Baleba, bro? Wharton will be the same. Tonali is potentially also going to be the same. You're not going to spend 200 million on two midfielders, bro. You're not.
I think with the Tonali thing, because Newcastle need to sell, but again, at the same time, they did say to Isak, how many years has Tonali got left on his deal?
Bro, hopefully a lot, so we're priced out.
Let me look. Tonali.
Whilst you're checking Tonali, I'm gonna check Baleba, innit? Then someone check Anderson. No, Wharton, sorry.
Tonali has a contract until 2030. Oh wait, so no. He has until 2029, and he has a further year. How do you call it again? Extended an additional year until 2033. About 2030. My bad. Yeah.
So he might get priced out of that one then. And how long
that's why the asking price is so high in the first place. Is because this guy has 4 years left.
Elliot Anderson is going to go to City. Bro, like, ask the Arsenal why Rice can't pass forward also in build up here. Bring up Ibrahim. Listen, bro, I'm telling you.
Adam Wharton has got a deal until 2029 too.
Who?
Yeah.
Adam Wharton.
Yeah, but
has a deal to
but that's why I said.
Sorry.
No, but that's why I said that he's going to be 100 plus. You're going to pay Rice money to get Wharton. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
And Baleba has a contract till 2028.
Baleba will go. I believe we have that wrapped up. I believe we've got Baleba wrapped up because we've done the groundwork last year.
This will be the
And
summer. He forces it.
I think we get Baleba around 60 mil, around 60 to
I
70.
reckon this summer he'll force it.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
we've got Baleba in the bag, bro. 100%. I think.
You think Brighton will budge?
Yes.
If Brighton tries to buy it, I think Baleba.
They're a selling club.
Let me tell you
They
something.
are, but they also asked Caicedo money last time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think the difference with Caicedo, I think they sat down with Caicedo when they basically told him that, listen, if someone matches our valuation, we'll let you go with it. And that's what happened with Baleba. But I think because this season Baleba's rattled, and bear in mind as well, Baleba's 21. He's from Cameroon, bro. He's gonna think I'm never.
You
gonna
balled out in the AFCON. You balled out in AFCON.
And I think in his head, he might see it as I'm lucky that Manchester United are still interested. Because let's be real, he's not had a good season this year.
Even when Brighton played against Newcastle, I swear to you, TK, and I swear to you, Darren, I watched Baleba absolutely cook Tonali in that midfield. He won that battle, bro. I'm telling you, if we listen, people say to me, "Oh, why are you so like negative about the Tonali?" You do listen. I'm excited about players that come to Man United, but I am the type of fan that I'm not going to blindly start saying that this guy is exactly who I wanted and he's an amazing because he's coming to my club, innit, bro? I'm not just going to magically. I would want him to do well, but I just believe my eyes don't lie to me, innit? Tonali, you can say that he could suit us because of what he brings physically, but me personally, I am tired of the whole physical thing. And when I watch Man United, week in, week out, year in, year out, we prioritize too much on physicality, and people wonder why we struggle against teams that have a low block, bro. You need players that can unlock it. Yeah, Adam Wharton is key. People say, "Oh, but how can Adam Wharton unlock a defense from number 6?" So you're telling me Adam Wharton isn't going to have moments in the game where he goes up the pitch here and pick out a pass and slip someone through, bro? Of course he's going to do that. Yeah, he doesn't just magically stay in that number 6 the whole time. Cobby can go forward. Cobby can then sit. Wharton can go further up here, try and experiment. So again,
we live in a world of FIFA generation, bro. Like, cause bro, I'll be real. Tonali, he's a wonder kid on FIFA Football Manager, wherever you play in it. So obviously, a lot of people might think, "Oh, this is the wonder kid that EA told us years ago that he's gonna have a big career." And yeah, man, that's what I genuinely think it comes down to sometimes. I think a lot of people they look at FIFA and then they look at certain people and they'll just be like, "Yeah, I'll take him because FIFA said to us that he was gonna be a good player in the future."
Bro, I'm telling you, yeah. Yeah, I just went on Twitter. Someone said this guy's in Italian Ugarte, bro. I'm crying.
Nah, he's better than it. I think he's better than Ugarte.
He's way better than Ugarte.
And before people get lazy in the comments, don't be like, if he was that good, why did AC Milan sell him? They had to sell him. Like, they didn't want to sell him, but they had to sell him.
I don't know, man. I'm just yeah. We'll see what happens with that one. Obviously, yes, I dipped. Yeah, Chelsea in crisis is hilarious, bro. Chelsea are finished. Yeah, they're pretty much done. They've got a manager talking about aging men, bro. I don't know where his head's at, bro. Pause.
Why for that, bro?
I'll be real though.
Men and ages.
You see with now. I've got a bone to pick with you Chelsea fans.
Respect the ball.
I've got a bone to pick with you Chelsea fans. Yeah. So this is particularly aimed at my boy in it. He's a massive Chelsea fan. See when we beat Liverpool back in Anfield in October, yeah? I sat there and told him United are gonna make top 4. I said United were gonna make Champions League this season, yeah. Him and my other boys, an Arsenal fan, called me after that game and they were like, "You really think Man United are gonna make top 4?" All of that. He was telling me that as a Chelsea fan, we're not looking at United, we're looking at Arsenal and City. What I've got to say, bro, is where are you now, bro? Because you're competing with Liverpool, Everton, and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Chelsea as a club, I like some of their players. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Reece James a lot. I think he's amazing. Palmer, I still rate highly. Caicedo, I still rate highly, and there's Joao Pedro, who I rate highly in it. Cucurella's a good player too. However, yeah. Even though I didn't actually, I thought Maresca was obviously like a decent coach in it. He knew how to set up in big games. It's the smaller games where he struggled in it, and that is the smaller games that you face. You face more of those smaller teams in the Premier League, and
so you're basically
even though he struggled, yeah, even though his man management and his in-game substitutions was questionable, like Rafinha is a huge downgrade to Maresca. I'm not saying Maresca. But that's who?
You're saying he's an Italian Ollie. That's what you're
Nah,
saying.
but he won trophies though, innit? I can't be. Ollie didn't win trophies. He's a.
Yeah, but Ollie did the same thing. He set up well in the big games, but the little games, it's just been like, what you
Oh,
doing
you're
this
talking
for?
about that, no, bro?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know, but Chelsea's project. All I'm gonna say, when I watch their goalkeeper, I swear to you, TK, I feel like even though the goalkeeper that we have ain't Van der Sar, every time I watch Sanchez in net, I feel like I've got Edwin Van der Sar, bro. Honestly speaking, I'm telling you, bro. Like this Lemons guy, yeah. This Lemons guy has it's the simplicity of what he does, bro. It's the basics of what he does really well. He's not, bro. He concedes bangers. That's it.
And Ahmed,
he's a classic keeper, bro. Classic keeper.
And Ahmed, I was telling people as well, let's not get excited over Lamans, because my thing was, is Lamans actually really that good, or did Onana scar us that anything Lamans do, it just looks great?
Lemons out of 10 is like a 7 out of 10 goalkeeper in every aspect of the pitch, of his attribute. He's a good shot stopper. He's good at claiming crosses. He's got good reflexes. He's commanding. All of those areas he ticks, and you got to understand, he's a very young goalkeeper, which he will get better as he ages. Me personally, in it, like
man and ages.
Oh, bro, see, I did a Racinia, bro. Nah, bro.
Man and ages, bro.
Historically in football, keepers always get better when the later they get, anyways.
But exactly, bro. Buffon played till he's 14. No, I'm not saying he's going to be like them, innit? I think with him, we don't need to worry about the goalkeeper for a very long time, and that is a very, very amazing thing to have, bro. I'm not saying he's going to turn out to be De Gea, but we don't need him to be De Gea. We just need him, to do his business, bro. And he has done that. Yeah, he has done that. Yeah. He's pulled up some good saves. And yeah, man, listen, we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Big up TK, man. Yeah, appreciate you coming in. As always. Nah, bro, anytime, man. Come on, these are my brothers, man. I'll put their descriptions in the comment section. My boy's ask the Arsenal guys, TK, would you swap Elise for Saka? What did he say? Would he swap Elise for Saka?
No, I think it's the other way around. I think he's asking, would you swap Saka for Elise?
I mean, this season, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, Olise is having one of his best seasons, and Saka is having one of his worst seasons. So yeah, for this season, sure, why not?
Listen, there's 8 people here, bro. I'm close to 1.6 in it, so I need to do a Mo Salah and start stat padding, bro. Did you get me? Yeah, that fraud.
I've got an announcement.
He's gonna have stinkers for 80 minutes and then.
That's actually.
Ahmed, I know it's the North African thing. In it, but I gotta be shameless too in it, guys. I'm 3 followers away from 1.3 on TikTok, bro. So,
come on,
yeah,
bro. Listen. You know what? Yeah, let me get TikTok. Hold on, bear with you. TikTok. Darren7, yeah.
Yeah. It's literally the same ad on it, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on the phone. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. Yeah.
Nah, don't worry, bro. Take as long as you need. You don't have to do that, Ahmed, bro. Let the people come.
By the way, maybe a small last minute dunk, but apparently Arsenal, Hand of Arsenal. You guys know who Hand of Arsenal is, by the way?
Who's the Hand of Arsenal?
Hand of Arsenal, like the guy that is like one of the better ITKs that we have at this club. You know what I'm saying? The guy that literally knows everything.
Yes.
Apparently, he retweeted a tweet about Kvaratskhelia, about Arsenal being actually serious about wanting to buy.
I saw that. Though. Do you reckon it's true?
I mean, if Hand of Arsenal tweets it, then yes, that means that we are actually pursuing him.
Piss off. That's true. Get out.
Wallah.
Kvaratskhelia going to Arsenal since when? What, am I dreaming or something?
The thing is, every time we are linked with someone, we are looking for the Hand of Arsenal stamp of approval, because that guy has like the connections within the club. Apparently, suddenly, because this guy was Hand of Özil before. Now he's suddenly turned Hand of Arsenal, and he turned in one of the best ITKs that we have right now. You know what I'm saying?
So was he reporting about Rodrigo? Was Rodrigo always a fan signing?
No, he retweeted when we were interested and we inquired for him, but the problem with Rodrigo was he didn't want to leave himself, and I think that we will face the same problems with Kvaratskhelia, because apparently he's very settled and very happy in Paris. So this will be very interesting. But the thing is, if they re-sign Barcola, anything can happen. Anything.
No, but you got to understand though, Enrique will stay at PSG. Even if Barcola, I believe Enrique stays. Even if Barcola signs a contract, he ain't ahead of Kvaratskhelia, bro. Like Barcola's, for me, the way how I view Bark, he's a squad guy, innit? Do you get me? I think Kvaratskhelia is the guy that I know they rotate in the league, and sometimes Kvaratskhelia is on the bench, but Kvaratskhelia going to Arsenal, yeah, that would need to be some next level negotiate and some next level convincing you to the point where, because bro, like at PSG, he's always in Champions League. He's always going to be competing for Champions League. He's won a Champions League. Obviously, the league is guaranteed. So Arsenal getting Kvaratskhelia will be astronomical, but for the love of the game, yeah, that's not going to happen, innit? Do you get me?
If I'm being completely honest, I've seen madder things happen in football, bro. I've seen madder things happen in football.
Now, I refuse to believe that. But listen, if that does happen,
how much did PSG pay for him in the first place? Like 80 million or something like that.
Or Kvara?
Yeah, how much did they pay for him? Like,
bro, they paid like 60, 65 for that guy, bro.
Bro, if they're gonna sell him, bro, they're gonna ask for like 120.
At least, because 120 is like the new 20 million now, bro.
Bro,
I personally would buy, and this is gonna sound mad, but I would buy Leao, bro. I like Leao. I think Leao is being misused under Allegri's system. He's playing a 2-striker system, and he's one of the strikers. This guy needs to play left wing to be actually at his best, and I think he will fit our system.
TK, if I'm being completely honest though, I hear what you're saying about Leao, but I've always got this thing. Oh, by the way, Mbappe scored for France against Brazil. But guys, I've always believed this year there are certain players that just don't need to be in certain cities, and I feel like Leao, he cannot be in London. You cannot have Rafa Leao in London.
Yeah, but people said the same about Oba.
I know he's got twins and he's a father, but bro, I feel like the London lifestyle might distract him, innit?
Hey, I mean, I would still risk it. At the end of the day, he is one of my favorite current left wingers that is available. You know what I'm saying? Because Ahmed, as a technique guy, you would appreciate a Rafa Leao, or not? Or am I wrong?
I think Rafael Leao, yeah, I think he's a bit overrated. But I think he's a decent player. I think he's just good at best. Me speaking,
he's not generational, but he's not generational.
He's not Martinelli. He's not Madueke. He's not Garnacho.
Yeah, but his attributes are suited to the league, though. And the one thing about it,
is
that when he does lose his pace, he can go up front because he's got that to play up front.
It was Rodrigo before, but that guy got injured for like 9 months. You
know, Rodrigo. Okay, now we're talking about Rodrigo, bro. Yeah. Listen, yeah, that guy is what you call a world-class talent, bro. He is the guy that I'd give both my limbs to have this guy at my club. Honestly speaking, I'm telling you, bro. This is gonna sound mad. Kvaratskhelia is an amazing baller, and I always wanted him at United. I believe Rodrigo is more talented than him. Honestly speaking, I think Rodrigo is that good. I think Rodrigo is I've never seen a player who's waiting to go to a different club and be their main guy, waiting to explode. Honestly speaking,
yeah.
They tried to say
it's so obvious, bro. I saw the game against Pep. Like Rodrigo, like even on he plays on the right, he's amazing, but he's even better off the left. But the thing is, they've got a guy who's got credit in the bank. Vinny's got credit in the bank, whether you like him or not. He is, yeah. I rate Vinny fairly high, and I think his off form has got down to Madrid's squad building and trying to shoehorn Mbappe and Vinny in the same team, and they're kind of similar players and want to occupy the same position. So Mbappe plays the number 9, but bro, I think Rodrigo just needs to do what Cava did. The problem is Bayern Munich have Diaz, bro. You know what? You know the perfect, bro. I'll tell you what, that Rodrigo would suit Barcelona. Honestly, but
he should have got Arsenal. Do you know what Arsenal fans were saying? It was like similar to what Alexis was. We all knew Alexis was a baller at Barcelona, yeah, but he needed to go be the main man somewhere else.
Because they have too many good players at Barca. Too many.
Yeah, but he's better than Pedro, though. Come on, man.
Alexis 100%. He is.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, why did you not mention Gyökeres having a goal? You mentioned Mbappe, but you didn't mention Gyökeres, bro. He also scored apparently, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I rate Gyökeres, innit? I'm not a hater of Gyökeres.
Hey, big up, Darren, bro.
I told Ahmed this. It's got nothing to do with the fact that he's a good footballer because he's trash. He's one of the worst footballers I've seen. But if you score 100 goals in 2 years, you have to have something about you, bro. Like, you can't do that by accident. It doesn't matter what league you play in. You can do it at a goal session. You can do it at Sunday league. You can do it at the main level, bro. If you score 100 goals in 2 seasons, somebody's going to look at you and think, this guy's probably got something.
If you bought Gyökeres, he would have had more goals because I think your system suits him better with the whole Mbumo, Cunha constantly attacking. You know what I'm saying? Because we play like this whole control type of football, and Gyökeres drops deep, drops to the wing, crosses the ball, passes the ball. I do not want him to do that. If he played at your type of system, for example, he would have like the likes of Mbemo, Cunha, Kobe providing for him, and he would get the ball constantly in the box.
So would you say? Well, so if you could go back into the summer now, because let's be real, Gyökeres was the guy in it. Like as Ahmed, what I said earlier, the flashy toy. Would you have had it the other way around if it was Sesko and
No.
Sesko Gyökeres?
I don't. Maybe I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but I don't think Sesko is a good footballer at all, bro. He is the most inconsistent player you'll ever see in your life. Once he starts at your main 11 and he actually starts some consistent games, you're gonna realize that this guy lacks consistently like crazy. Yes, he comes off the bench, scores you those few goals. You know what I'm saying? But once you've seen this guy start like 15 or 20 games, you're going to see that he's going to disappear for like 10, 12, 13 games. Because I've seen this at Leipzig as well. This guy can be good, can show moments of brilliance, but the one thing that he lacks is consistent. Yes. Very inconsistent.
You know what's mad? I actually like before I know I'm taking a lot of your time here for both of you, innit? But
no worries, bro.
No problem, bro.
When we bought that much money on what's his face on Sesko, yeah. The thing is, it's like, how can I say this? Yeah, you know when they bought when they bought Ekitike from Frankfurt, right? And he didn't have that many goals. I think he got like 14, 15 or something. You can tell with Ekitike that technically, yeah, he had something really good.
Yeah.
You could tell. Bundesliga players that thrive, like when you look at Werner, he bagged a lot of goals. Havertz bagged a lot of goals. Looking at how many goals a player scores in the Bundesliga isn't really a good measuring stick to see whether a guy is going to do well or not.
True.
Right? Diamonde scores a lot of goals, but I'm sorry, yeah, but like he ain't going to be doing that in the Prem minute, especially
he's got Liverpool to replace Salah anyways. He says
no, but my thing is, yeah, like with Sesko, he's tall, he's quick. He can leap, but I've not seen him score that many headers. He's okay on the ball. I think he's okay. He can link up to an extent. He's got a decent finish on him, decent variety. I just think he's just a decent striker. And starting for Manchester United versus coming off the bench is a whole different level of responsibility because there's more pressure when you're starting games because you've been rewarded after what you've done off the bench. Do you get it? So I don't think he's not trash. He's not amazing. He's in between. But because we've been lacking a striker for such a long time, yeah, like the last good striker we had was what? Like we played Martial.
Trash was Hoyland, bro.
No, I meant the last good striker we had.
Oh.
The last good striker was Cavani.
Ibrahimovic, Cavani.
But Ronaldo was at the end. Cavani, he was good, but he was at the end of his career.
Lukaku's first season was all right, even though I wasn't. It was all right. I'm not a fan of Lukaku like that, but at least
Zlatan's first season.
At least Lukaku thrived in physicality and sheer power in it. He thrived in that. He was horrible on the ball, but he thrived in something in it. So you need something to balance out, I guess, if you're not going to be that good on the ball. So I think with Sesko, yeah, it's a lot of money and.
You know what I think is mad before we leave? And I interrupted you, my bad.
No, it's all right, man.
I don't understand why none of us, and this is my final point, and then you can lock up to sleep.
No, bro, listen, bro, we can go for how long? I don't mind.
I don't understand how nobody went for Osimhen because I watch Osimhen. Darren, maybe you don't know, but I'm Turkish, so I watch the Turkish league as well. I watch Osimhen, you know what I'm saying? So Osimhen at this moment in time is top 2 best strikers in the world. Easily. That guy is a pressing machine. He's a physical specimen. He has a leap twice as big twice as big as Sesko. You know what I'm saying? This guy, every attacking position, this guy has a foot in that position. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to finish your point because I had something to say about Osimhen, right? This is my point with Osimhen. 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago when Napoli won the Scudetto the first time.
Yeah.
Osimhen was the guy in it. I know Cavara was there, but it was Osimhen. It was Osimhen in it. Like Osimhen was. But the reason why I didn't want Osimhen at that time, because at that time, if you might remember before, Osimhen injury problems, it was potential. That was his first elite season. Napoli were asking for 120 million, and no one's giving that to Osimhen, did it? Now, last season, the second season after the Scudetto, it wore off a little bit. Napoli dropped down the price, 60 million. But at that time, Højlund, I know he had a purple patch, but Højlund looked decent in his first season. It looked like, you know what? We can get a tune out of him. Let's see what second season's saying. Obviously, went on loan on Galatasaray. I think he done well. He's been exceptional at Galatasaray, personally. Now, in the summer before, because I generally thought, we weren't gonna get Gyökeres in it. Like there was a time that it said Gyökeres wasn't gonna happen. So I said at the time United needed a striker that was experienced and that's going to be a headache for these centre backs.
Yes.
Osimhen, I made a video about it. I generally said Osimhen should be the type of striker that we're looking at. Fair price. What was it? 60 million, 70 million you guys paid?
75. I think the problem is
it euros though? Is it
wages.
euros or million pounds? Is it euros or million pounds?
75 million euros, but he wanted like 18 million net a year. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so yeah, it's an expensive package, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pause. But I'll be real. I feel like with Osimhen now, I feel like with him, the boat. I feel like the boats never aligned, or whatever the saying is in it. It was
the stars don't align.
Yeah, the stars didn't align with Osimhen. Like if Osimhen was gonna leave, it should have been after the Scudetto season. I think it's the way he reacted afterwards. Like he started what do you call it? Throwing his toys out the pram. Do you remember that Instagram live where he basically called out everybody?
Yeah.
The Nigerian, I think that's what put a lot of people of Osimhen in it. But I think I agree with you. I think Osimhen on strikers, this guy is one of the best strikers out there, personally.
Galatasaray proved that if you give your trust and love and support to a world-class striker, even though he has like these personal issues like he had with Napoli as well, which was, in my opinion, warranted because these guys made a mad post. So I understand why he got angry with them. You know what I'm saying? He's basically giving everything to them. He won them their first Scudetto in how many decades? And you make
30 years, 3 decades.
Yeah, exactly. And now you make a stupid Instagram post that pissed him off, and instead of supporting him and apologizing, you don't even acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? You just ignore him and you.
What did he get annoyed about?
They put a racist post out. I think it was racist, in it. And,
something about I am your cocoa nut. You know what I'm saying? And they basically.
It was a TikTok. It was a TikTok.
With a white top. You know what I'm saying? He has light hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a TikTok. I think you made a video about it at the time. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did I make a video? Okay, bro, I've got bro.
I think you might.
I don't even remember yesterday, bro. With my memory, honestly. Bro.
No, but look at the Turkish people. Turkish people love everybody and they support him fully. And look at what kind of player they're getting.
Do you know what it is? I think that it's like Ronaldo, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it's because they never thought they could get somebody of that caliber in their country. So the fact they got somebody of that caliber, they're gonna appreciate it. Problem is, we live in England. I know you said you're Turkish, but I don't know where you live in it. But in England,
Netherlands, bro.
Oh, so Netherlands again. You guys are very precious of the talent that you've got there. In England, we're too spoiled. Like we're generally too spoiled, bro. Like, we don't really prioritize our youth here. We focus on the wrong things, and we'd rather import other guys to make our league look better than actually just trusting the guys that we've got in the academy systems here. Because it's a bit of a madness, yeah. But guys, no English manager has ever won the Premier League. Crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about all the England players in the Premier League right now, who is the best player?
In England?
As the English player in the Premier League, who is the best English player in the Premier League right now?
Best English player in the Premier League right now. English, yeah? Bro,
man's
going to say Kobe, bro.
No, it's
someone say Palmer, Saka, Kobe, Rice.
Declan Rice.
But now let me ask that same question. Take it away from the Premier League. Are these Englishmen that we just named, are they even top 10 in the world?
I think Rice is, yeah.
But you have to argue to put Rice in there. Rice isn't solidified for me, in my opinion.
I mean, after last year, in my opinion, he is. I think right now he would start at any team, almost any team. Maybe not at Barcelona because it doesn't suit their style. But I think Rice would start every team outside of maybe Barca or PSG. I think he would start at Real Madrid, for example.
But Rice is the only one then. Okay, cool. Rice. Who else? Give me another one. Palmer. Kobe.
Maybe Gahey?
Yeah, but you're saying maybe. This is the point I'm trying to make. Like in England, we don't prioritize our own talent here. We don't do any of that. And we're very spoiled as a country. I think that's what I personally believe in it. Because look at Rashford.
You know what the problem is, Darren? I cut you off, my bad. But the thing is, you know what it reflects? Look at the national team. They sing, oh, it's coming home, all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But are they as passionate about their country as, for example, a Dutch guy or a Turkish guy? No. If you ask any fan in their country, an Englishman, and you would ask him, would you rather win a World Cup with England, or would you rather win a Champions League and a league, or a league with your current team at that time? 99.9% their team, and not the country.
Because
am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, bro. Because let me ask you this: I'd go as far as say England is probably the only nation that doesn't look forward to an international break.
I mean, yeah. I could agree with that, yeah.
And I think it's a society issue. Because you got guys like me and Ahmed, we're immigrants, like we're from ethnic households. In England, don't really look up. It's one of those ones. Whenever we do well, we're English, but whenever we go bad, you're an immigrant. Like it's that type of mentality that we've got in England.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and that's the issue. I think the money that came into the Premier League caused this because, like you said, you guys are spoiled with the biggest talents, with the most money in the world. You can buy 100 plus, 200 plus worth of players in a snap of a finger. You know what I'm saying? Other leagues like the Spanish league, currently Italian league, they don't do it like that. And I think that's the reason why English fans are so spoiled, because the club they support spend a lot of money, so they don't need to focus as much on the national team like they used to back in the day when the money was way lower. You know what I'm saying?
And also another thing as well, we're making all these other teams in Europe worse because we're taking your best talents. Back in the day, in the Netherlands, I'll make it relevant, we took Tahith Chong, Andreas Pereira, Fosu Mensah. Like, we was taking them out of their country.
Malacia.
Who?
Malacia, don't forget about Malacia.
Malacia. But what I mean is, I'm not talking about, but we bought Malacia when he was a pro. I'm talking about, we went into your academies and started taking your best academy talents.
Yeah, true.
Like, even Arsenal, they did it with Fabregas, Bellerin, there's Bears, Zaliman, all of these guys, man. Like, we, as a country, we don't care about improving our...
Sorry, guys, this is off topic here. I'm sorry. My ADHD is kicking in here. I just saw a Twitter. Yeah. You know what? You know what? I want you both here to, bro. Is it me? Yeah, or is this is horrible? By the way, this is horrible. Let me just show you real quick. Yeah.
Is that a horrible take?
No, it's not even a take, bro. It's not even a take. Bear with.
Oh, you mean the Ghana concert? Don't tell me it's the Ghana concert.
Bro. No. Someone said, okay. "Oh, imagine." Someone said, "Oh, imagine this as United's team in it, like."
Oh my god! Oh,
yeah. And someone put when you can see the midfield on the attack.
Yeah.
I honestly almost vomited when I saw this year, and if it wasn't for one player, tell me if I'm over exaggerating.
Yeah, let's see it. Who's in there? Diamante. I think Diamante ruins it. I'll be honest.
Who's keeping the ball?
I think Ahmed is sick because of Fernandes. Most likely.
No. It's not even just TK. Who's keeping the ball?
It's the wingers.
Nobody. Mainu. Mainu is the only guy.
Where's the back? Brother. And listen, Mbuemo, like, he's not my type of player, but
bro,
I respect.
I would put Cunha in Bruno's place. Sell Bruno 100%. Change.
So you agree with me then?
Yeah, bro. I don't rate Bruno.
TK, I swear to you, yeah, I could actually give you a hug if you were here, bro.
Bro, I never rated Bruno because Bruno is a stat padder. He is the definition of a stat padder, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna break the record with like 6 open play assists. Do you understand? And this is coming from a guy that is set piece FC, by the way. You're gonna break the assist record with 6 or 7 open play assists. That's mental, if you ask me, bro. That's the definition of stat padding, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like I said, innit? Bruno was Bruno, innit? He's got, obviously, like, he can pull out good passes here and there. But eventually, when you try to, obviously, when you persist with doing the, when you persist with doing the same thing over and over and over, and he is essentially on everything in it. Look, I'm not saying he doesn't help us in games, but big up Darren. I know he needs to go in it. Yeah, big up
Darren,
to you.
bro. Yeah, I have to leave in a sec as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up now, innit? Yeah, I just saw that lineup here, and Tonali, Kobe as a pivot. Tonali's not an 8. I'm sorry, he's not a 6. Tonali's not a 6. Kobe's not a 6. But if you're gonna play Kobe in a 6, you need to play someone like a Frankie or someone like that in it to help him out. I'm seeing Bruno in the 10, Diomande on the left, and then Mbeumo on the right, and then Sesko up top. Yanni, where is the guys that's going to help us, break down the low blocks and help us retain possession, bro? Like, people say to me, "Oh, Ahmed, you're too fixated on possession." Well, last time I checked, the best managers, are the ones that emphasized on possession. Flipping Pep Guardiola, flipping Enrique, and Arsene Wenger. Did you get me? Like, so yeah, man. Bruno only looks good because he plays for a trash United. In a good team, he'll be a normal guy, bro. Bruno Fernandes,
perfectly said, by the way, perfectly said.
Bruno Fernandes is only rated at Manchester United because we have had nothing to celebrate post Ferguson. They're celebrating his output, but failing to realize that for as much output he gives us to the team, there's a lot of hindrance when he plays for us. Positioning, ruining build-up, losing the ball. Ahmed, what's the job of a 10? Is to lose the possession. Okay. Has Mesut Ozil given the ball away? Yes. Has David Silva given the ball away? Yes. But they're positionally disciplined and they don't force things. They do it when they need to. And even when they do the right pass, they might execute it incorrectly. But he had the right idea. Bruno, for every 5 passes he gives you, 2 of them will be amazing. 3 of them will be horrendous. And those 3, bro, Europa League final. Perfectly, bro. The goal that we conceded, TK, he gave the ball away twice in that same build-up. He had the chance to recover it. He's too forceful. If we sell Bruno, get Wharton, get Baleba, a Bruno G, or someone else like that, bro, people are saying no to Cole Palmer. Bro, I take Palmer any day of the week. And you know what's mad? I said, TK, people are worrying about Bruno when the replacement is already in the team. He's already there. In Cunha. He's there already. Yeah. He's there, bro. He's there. Listen, guys.
Baller as well.
Who?
Baller as well. Cunha.
Do you rate Amadiola, by the way?
Not like you do, but I think he's a decent winger, yeah.
Okay. That's decent or good.
I think the thing is he does too much sometimes. Just release the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about him sometimes. But if it works, it looks amazing. But if it doesn't work, it looks like he did too much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Decision making,
yes, and just release the ball, bro. Decision making and make your decisions earlier than you do right now.
Be more incisive.
Yes. Okay. Like Saka, for example. Saka, if he gets the chance to get rid of the ball, he would straight away. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I hear it. Listen, big up, people. I'm out. Legend. TK's description will be in the description, innit? Big up. Come on. Did I just say